It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon at Rosie's Diner, the kind of place where the smell of freshly brewed coffee lingered in the air and the soft clinking of cutlery filled the peaceful pauses between small talk. Emma had been working there for 5 years, long enough to remember every regular's name, and exactly how Mr. Thompson liked his eggs over easy, just a sprinkle of pepper. She wasn't just a waitress anymore. She was a part of the place, a familiar face, a kind ear. The warmth that made the diner feel like home. But behind that smile, life hadn't been easy. Her mother's medical bills were piling up, and her younger brother was lost in the stress of college applications. No matter how many double shifts she pulled, it never seemed to be enough. Still, every day, she tied her apron, straightened her posture, and smiled. Because as she always told herself, kindness doesn't cost a thing. That afternoon, the bell above the door chimed. A man walked in, older, coat fraying at the cuffs, shoes worn thin. He shuffled to the counter with his head low, as if hoping not to be seen. "Coffee?" Emma asked softly, her voice kind, her smile genuine. The man nodded, fumbling with his wallet, just a few coins. Not nearly enough for even the smallest cup. From across the room, the manager, Mr. Carter, watched with narrowed eyes. "If he can't pay, he can't stay," he muttered. Emma paused, but only for a moment. She poured a hot cup of coffee and placed it gently in front of the man. "It's on me," she said, barely above a whisper. His eyes widened, not just in surprise, but in something deeper. Gratitude. He wrapped his hands around the mug like it was the first warmth he'd felt in days. "Thank you," he whispered. But Mr. Carter saw, and his face darkened as the man left, pausing once more to thank Emma before disappearing into the cold. The manager stormed over. "You can't just give things away," he snapped. "That's stealing from the diner." Emma met his anger calmly. "It was just a cup of coffee. He needed it." "That's not your decision to make," he barked. "You're fired." Silence swept through the diner. Cooks peered out from the kitchen. Customers froze, forks halfway to their mouths. Emma's heart thudded in her chest. But she didn't back down. She calmly untied her apron, placed it on the counter, and took a deep breath. "I hope one day you understand," she said. "Kindness is worth more than a few dollars." And with her head held high, she walked out. The very next day, something incredible happened. A sleek black car pulled up in front of Rosie's Diner. The door opened, and out stepped the same man from yesterday, except he wasn't the same at all. His tattered coat was gone, replaced by a perfectly tailored suit. His hair was neat, his stance confident. Mr. Carter stood, frozen in place, mouth hanging open. The man wasn't homeless. He was James Whitmore, the CEO of a nationwide restaurant chain that included Rosie's Diner itself. He had gone undercover to see how employees treated people, not just customers with money, but anyone who walked through the door. And Emma, she had passed that test in the most human way possible. They found her at home, still shaken from losing her job. James didn't just offer her position back. He offered her a promotion, and more than that, he promised to cover her mother's medical expenses and set up a scholarship for her brother. "You didn't just serve coffee," he told her. "You served humanity." Emma was overwhelmed, barely able to find her voice. "Thank you," she whispered. But James shook his head. "No. Thank you for reminding me what true service looks like." Word of what happened spread like wildfire. Rosie's Diner became more than a place to eat. It became a symbol of kindness. And Emma's single act, that one small cup of coffee, didn't just change her life. It inspired everyone who heard the story. Because sometimes the smallest gestures have the biggest impact. And kindness, it always finds its way back. If you believe humanity still exists, say it in the comments. Let's share this message together. And if this story touched your heart, subscribe for more true stories that show the power of compassion.